Welcome to FSPN's coverage of high school baseball. Today we're coming to you from Palmer Trinity High School in Pinecrest for a game between the Palmer Trinity Falcons and the Doral Academy Firebirds. And that's absolutely a gorgeous day here for baseball. The wind's blowing out a little bit. It's hot. It feels like a summer day. Uncle Muggs coming to you from Cuervo Town. This is home of Howard Cuervo. We got Manny and Chris out here, and the Palmer Trinity Falcons are 3-2. They're going to face Suarez and the Firebirds in just a few minutes. The managers are getting their last-minute instructions from the umpires, and we had a really good one last night. If you guys want to jump on that YouTube and check it out before I go over the starting lineups, Stoneman Douglas was at Columbus last night, and it was an incredible game. It was 4-3 in favor of the home team. And we got a nice crowd filing in here to Palmer Trinity. Pull up a chair, watch us on YouTube. I'm going to put you on mute for a second before we get things going. We're about to get underway here. Let me bring up the scoreboard. I want to thank our sponsor, Dick's House of Sport, right there in Dayland. If you've never been there, it's an immersive, all-in-one sports store for every athlete. You don't have to be an athlete. You could be a fan or just a casual athlete, and they have everything for you there, from mountain climbing to golf, baseball, simulators, basketball, lacrosse. And here we have the Hall of Fame coach, Ralph Suarez, and his honorary captain is the shortstop, Kobe Carrion. And we're about to get things underway. First pitch, I'm told, is at 2 o'clock. Dime, ven, come. All right, RJ's dad is helping me out with the audio visual. I hope I don't have to pay him. I think we're waiting on Howard. Okay, no, here comes the starting lineups.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the head of school, Mr. Patrick Roberts, and the athletic department, welcome to Palmer Trinity School. Today's matchup features the visiting Doral Academy Firebirds and your Palmer Trinity Falcons. The FHSA reminds you that interscholastic events are an extension of the classroom and that lessons are best learned when proper respect is accorded to all. Please let your good sportsmanship show as you watch today's game. Palmer Trinity Athletics is rooted in our school's school identity. We are deeply committed to fostering an environment of equity and mutual respect where student athletes, coaches, and staff of all backgrounds are empowered to engage, educate, grow, compete, and lead together. At this time, we will introduce our starting lineups. First, for the visiting Doral Firebirds. Number 15, Caleb Hernandez. Number 13, Javion Francois.
Caleb leading off.
20,
Javion's in right field.
Number 40, Anthony Velasquez.
Anthony's playing left field. Ponte's a DH today. Ben Cosme's in third base. RJ Ravello's in center field, batting seventh. Frankie Rodriguez is behind the plate. And Kobe Carrion is playing shortstop. And Matthew Paez is on the mound for the Firebirds. Here comes the lineup for the Palmer Trinity. Shortstop's going to lead off, Michael Miraglia.
Number 2, senior 5'9" shortstop Michael Miraglia.
Miraglia goes out there.
Number 11, 6-foot junior second baseman David Herrera. Number 5, a 5'10" senior.
Herrera's batting second, playing second base. Brother Nick is behind the plate, batting third.
A 6-foot junior first baseman Joshua Martinez.
Joshua Martinez is at first base, batting fourth.
Number 10, the 5'9" junior center fielder, Kevin
And it's
Prieto.
Kevin Prieto.
Number 13, the 6'1" junior.
Alex Rizzo is playing right field.
Alex Rizzo. Number 12, the 6'2" senior left fielder, Jaden Butler. Number 21, 6' senior third baseman, Leonardo Devasa.
Leo
Number
Devasa.
7, 5'10" junior, Manny Boya. And at the mound today, number 17, 6'1" sophomore, Pedro Castillo.
All right, Pedro Castillo on the mound for the
The head
Falcons.
coaches for today's game,
Howard Cuervo
Ralph Suarez
and Ralph Suarez.
and Howard Cuervo.
We're going to
Please
do the
rise
national
for
anthem,
the
and we'll be
playing
right back.
of our national anthem.
As they say, let's get ready to play ball. If you've ever been to the campus here in beautiful Palmer Trinity, I mean, this place is gorgeous. It's tons of acreage and many buildings. It's a beautiful place, right? Right in Pinecrest. Hang on, let me-
Firebirds, second baseman, Caleb Hernandez.
All right, we have Castillo on the mound. He's going to face Caleb Hernandez, followed by Javen Francois, and then it's Tyler Rodriguez. If anybody gets on base for the Firebirds, it's Anthony Velasquez. Everybody's going to face big right-hander Pedro Castillo. Let's go over the defense real quick for the Falcons. Behind the plate, it's Nick Miraglia. Playing third base, Leonardo Devasa. To his left, playing shortstop, is Michael Miraglia. David Herrera is at second base. Joshua Martinez at first. And it's Alex Rizzo in right, Kevin Prieto in center field, and Manny Coya are going to back up Pedro Castillo on this Saturday afternoon from Palmer Trinity. And you're watching FSPN. Thanks to Dick's House of Sports. Let's get the logos up. Let's get everything going. And here comes the sensational sophomore. And he's been really hitting the ball. Him and Kobe, great double play combination up the middle. And these Firebirds are strong up the middle, especially when Francois behind the plate. Brian Ravello's in center field. And then that double play combination of Kobe and Caleb are probably the best in the county. Field looks good, great shape. Nice spring day. It's kind of hot. It's warm. The wind's blowing out a little bit. But it's a beautiful day for baseball. Castillo's first pitch is a little high, and it has some zip on it. I'm not a radar gun, but that's got to be mid-80s. Got a nice center field camera for you today. Two and one to count now to Caleb. Caleb. I'm going to go with Caleb. Nice velocity on Castillo's pitch, but it's up high. 3 balls and 1 strike. I'm not going to worry too much about the balls and strikes on the scoreboard, folks. I'm just going to say them. I'm here by myself today, don't have an assistant, and that's just one more thing I got to do. So here's the 3-1 from Castillo. Taken up high, and the first base runner of the afternoon for the Doral Firebirds is on base. And Javen's a catcher. He's a senior. Played his travel ball this summer with the San Diego Padres scout team, and he got a lot of experience there, and he's bringing that confidence over to this season. Already having a great year with the bat. It's Castillo from the stretch, up high. Ooh. They got scouts here. We got all kinds of people here. A nice crowd today for a Saturday. Javen steps in with Caleb on first. Low and away. Nice stop by Nick. He comes out, going to have a chat with Castillo, and that's going to give us an opportunity here to shout out to one of my buddies up there at Lewisburg Sports Network, Bill Martone, and he's my go-to guy for technical stuff. So I need to recognize him and tell him thank you very much for all your hours of tutelage. That's right. He's the man. He does JUCO for his son up in North Carolina. Also did 4 years of high school baseball. Does a great job up there. All kinds of weather and everything. Francois hits one, and that one's going to bloop in front of Coyo in center field. Left center, sorry.
Coming up for the Firebirds, first baseman Tyler Rodriguez.
So Javen stays hot in this 2026 season. And you can watch a great game between the Firebirds and American Heritage right here on FSPN. It's in our archived videos. And you'll see Javen go deep in the 6th inning for a victory over the defending Class 4A state champions. All right, Castillo sets in, takes a peek at Hernandez at second, comes to the plate, little outside. A lot of seniors graduated from this Doral team last year, and there was some questions on how they were going to show up this year, but all those questions have been answered. The Doral Firebirds are 4-0. It's a nice pitch there, fouled off to the right side. Count goes to 1-1 on Tyler Rodriguez. He's playing first base today. And he'll be followed by Velasquez, who's on deck, and then it's the big lefty Santiago Ponte on a beautiful day from Palmer Trinity. Had a good one last night between Stoneman Douglas and Columbus. There's a nice pitch. Castillo gets ahead. Nobody out, top of the first, no score from Palmer Trinity. Got a couple legends walking around here. Peachy. DeBasa's playing way back on third base. Miraglia and Herrera at double play depth. And Martinez over at first base is way behind the runner. We'll fix that angle on that camera a little later, but that's a good infield cam that we have. A nice shot there. Here's the 2-2 from Castillo. Strike 3 taken. He gets Rodriguez looking for the first out of the inning, and that's going to bring up Anthony Velasquez. And Anthony's a big boy. Playing left field today. So 1 out, runners on first and second, and a scoreless game just started, top of the first. Castillo takes a long look at Hernandez. Now he comes to the plate. That looked like a slider, an off-speed pitch, just missed outside. Good take there by Velasquez. Like I mentioned, the wind's slightly blowing out, just a little bit. Not much to speak of, maybe 5-8 miles an hour. Here's Castillo's pitch. Nice pitch, swung on. Fouled straight back, evens the count to Velasquez.
1-1.
Last night, another game, another score. True North. They beat the undefeated Wolverines of Belém. They got Jesse at home 3-2. I heard it was a good game. And True North remains undefeated. Nice slider, just outside. Good bite to that ball. So Belém is 5-1 or 6-1. I think they're 5-1. They beat up South Miami. And they beat Miami Springs. They beat Heritage. So Jesse Fernandez has the Wolverines playing some good ball this year. Here's Castillo's pitch. Swung on. A little bit out of strike zone. Nick Miraglia throws through, but not in time. I believe the count is 2-2 or 3-2. Might be 2-2. 1 out though. The home team, the Falcons, wearing the all white with the pinstripes, the classic baseball look. Kind of like a throwback look. Always sharp uniforms, white caps. Looks really nice. And the Firebirds are wearing their gray pants with the red tops and the blue letters on a hot day. Boy, it's seasonably hot. I mean, really hot. All right, the count's full to the Firebird left fielder. Castillo from the stretch. An easy take there for Velasquez, and it almost took his head off. That'll be ball 4. The bases will be loaded for the big lefty, Santiago Ponte.
Coming to play for the Firebirds, designated hitter, Santiago Ponte.
Santiago Ponte is another player that played his summer ball in a very, very competitive team called the San Diego Padres Scout Team. He's a 2027 grad. So he'll be back at it this year. We'll be on the grind again with Cameron Mabin and Brian Williams and Kevin and Ray and Sneaky and those guys. Always fun to travel with them. Here's a pitch from Castillo, swung on and popped up. Foul. Mighty, mighty cut from Santiago Ponte, and he's a big boy. One of 3 brothers. Started off at Varela, and now he's a Firebird. I heard he's been hitting the ball well there at that park. Let's see if that transfers over to a road success. 1-1 after that slider misses outside from Castillo. Top of the first here, no score, 1 out. Ponte, old school, comes up to bat without batting gloves. I love that. Castillo paints that outside corner for a strike.
1-2. We're good. All you right here. Let's go. I think her 1-3. A lot of confidence right here. A lot of confidence. Let's go. Let's go. Big side of the field. Come on. Get out. Big side of the field. Win it.
Here's Castillo's pitch. Maybe a little bit out of the strike zone. Maybe a lot out of the strike zone. Ponte's eyes opened up when he saw that fastball, and he struck out swinging.
Third baseman, Robert Venosa.
That's going to bring up R.J. Bencosme, and he's been on fire lately. going back to the fall where he had a nice home run against his former team in a tournament at Columbus. And that former team is the Class 5A state champions, the Matter Academy Lions. So Ben Cosme has his ring. Hopefully he doesn't have it on today. I have mine on today. Here, I'm going to show you guys. I got my ring. Don't leave home without it. There it is. Class 5A championship. Thank you, Humberto. Thank you, Alex. Here's Castillo's first pitch. And he throws a tight, hard slider. I mean, it looks like a fastball 3/4 of the way down there, and then it just flares off to the left. If he can command that a little bit over the plate, that's going to be an effective pitch for him. But if you start that over the plate or outside, it's going to be an easy take for these batters. Here's Castillo again. This time a fastball. Ben Cosme swings and hits it foul. And the fans are pouring in. They're coming in a little late, but, you know, baseball's not a timed event. You can casually come in here in the second inning with a margarita or something. You know, we're good. Bases loaded for Ben Cosme. Nobody out, top of the first. There's an off-speed pitch. And I'll tell you, that went into the net really hard. Caleb's on third. Javen, who's playing right field today, he's on second base. And Anthony Velasquez standing on first. 1-1 count to RJ Ben Cosme. Fancha over there coaching third base. He's got his plastic helmet on, por si acaso. And there's what I meant about Castillo's slider. I mean, he starts it a little over the plate or maybe outside, and it just keeps going outside, so it's an easy take for these batters. He needs to make a little bit of an adjustment, and that will be a really, really effective pitch, especially to these right-handed batters. Center fielder Brian Ravello standing on deck with 2 outs. RJ calls time. I want to remind you guys that tomorrow we're not going to have Inside the Park because we're at this game today, and usually we record on Saturdays. So we're going to publish Inside the Park tomorrow. That means Uncle Muggs is going to work on a Sunday. You guys are at the beach hanging out. And there's one lifted to right field. That's going to be a close play. A first baseman comes over, and he makes the play. Enough room there for Joshua Martinez, and that ends the inning. Nothing across the board, but the Firebirds leave 3. We head to the bottom of the first inning from Palmer Trinity. And you're watching FSPN. Thanks to Dick's House of Sport. We'll be right back.
As the Falcons up in the bottom of the first. now for the Falcons, shortstop.
Hope we don't get copyrighted for that. He left the mic on. Maraglia steps in to lead it off, and right away he hits one to Hernandez, gets it, gathers it up, running in across his body, and they're going to get him by a step. Maraglia wastes no time. He goes right after Matthew Paez, and that's going to bring up David Herrera.
Second baseman, David Herrera.
All right, Herrera steps in to face Matt Paez. Paez, no stranger to the mound. A lot of experience from last year's team that made it all the way to the regional final game against St. Thomas. Nice slider swung through it. And even with a rotation that had Marcelo Rodriguez and Nunez, Paez was able to pitch in a lot of good games. So he's got a lot of experience. And there's a ground ball to left side. RJ on one big hop, fires across the diamond to Anthony. And that's the second out of the inning.
Maraglia.
And that'll bring up the catcher, Nicholas Maraglia. And he hits the first pitch to the right side, drifting over is Javen. He puts up his hand to shield him from the sun, and he picks that one up. So the Falcons get nothing across the board. We hit to the top of the second. You're scoreless from Palmer Trinity, watching FSPN. Thanks for watching, everybody. All right, welcome back to Palmer Trinity Field for FSPN's coverage of high school baseball. We got a good one. It's a Saturday. Palmer Trinity, the home team, they're facing Doral Academy, the 4-0 Firebirds coming into town, and they're sending up the bat 7, 8, and 9. It's Ravello, Frankie Rodriguez, and Kobe Carrion to face Castillo. Hard-throwing right-hander, Pedro Castillo. Starts Brian off with a ball up high. No score, top of the second. Hot day. Splits that one. We already lost one camera, overheated, so we're stuck with these two, which are not bad shots. I mean, this is your center field shot, your typical shot for baseball. There's a swing and a miss. And I think I think he heard me. I think Castillo may have heard me. And he's starting to make that adjustment with the slider. He's starting to start that slider off more inside of the plate, maybe at the batter's hip and letting it come over. There it is again, and that didn't miss by much. 2 balls and 1 strike to the lanky center fielder, Brian Ravello. Uncle Muggs, top of the second inning. Doral and Palmer Trinity. There's that slider. It's effective. He made the adjustment that he needed to make, and he came out here and started firing darts.
Coming up, catcher, number 28, Francisco Rodriguez.
All right, Frankie steps in from the right side, right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. And I think Castillo's made the right adjustments. And that slider's effective. Maraglia gives him a sign. And Castillo's starting to turn it on here, being a lot more consistent here in the top of the second inning. He's from the full windup. And that slider, they're checking with the first base umpire, and he says, yeah, he did go around. So now Castillo way ahead, 0-2. 1 out, nobody on. In a hot one, a hot Saturday. Castillo takes his time, fires, and swung really late. I'll tell you, Castillo's looking a lot more comfortable on the mound. He's got better command of his pitches, especially that slider. Got Kobe on deck. Castillo's pitch. Another slider, and that one's lifted up to the right side. Martinez is calling it. No, now he gets called off by Castillo. And Castillo makes the play for the second out of the inning on a pop fly to the mound. He's going to bring up one of my favorite. One of my favorite of all time, because I've known him and his brother for a long, long time. Good people. George is in that dugout. George Carrion, he's a coach for Doral. Kobe will be going to Jacksonville this upcoming fall. He's committed to the Dolphins of Jacksonville, and he's going to love playing in John Sessions Stadium up there. Spacious ballpark, always in good shape. There's a hard hit drive. Maraglia gets it on a hop. He kind of stumbles. Now he comes up firing, and he's got enough cannon to get Kobe by 2 steps. We head to the bottom of the second. No score here from Palmer Trinity Field, and you're watching FSPN. Thanks for watching, everybody. Oh, having some fun with RJ's dad, who came from a softball game, and he's looking like a baseball player. Boy, he's all out. Look at, he's got the camouflage 4-leaf clover socks on and everything, boy. All right, let's get back to the game where first baseman's up to bat now for Palmer Trinity. Joshua Martinez, big boy, batting from the left side. He's facing Matthew Paez. Hard-throwing right-hander. He's got a couple pitches, and they're both effective. He's got a lot of experience on the mound. Here's Paez's pitch. Just outside. Got a nice center field view there from the center field camera. Strike called. Nice pitch by Paez. Kevin Prieto's on deck. There's a hard drive the opposite way, and that's going to get in front of Rodriguez over there. Sorry, Anthony Velasquez. A solid base hit. Nice piece of hitting by Joshua Martinez. Gets himself on first base. And now it's Kevin Prieto, the center fielder, also a left-handed batter, to face Matthew Paez. Bottom of the second, scoreless. First pitch is a strike. Paez from the stretch. Low and away. Frankie Rodriguez behind the plate today, giving Javen a break. Javen's in right field. You can't sit down that bat, too good of a bat. So you got to get him in the lineup. You got to find a spot for him, and he's in right field today. 1-1 from Paez. Squares to bunt. He takes it off the shin. It'll be strike two on Kevin Prieto with Alex Rizzo on deck. Rizzo. Scoreless game. Bottom of two from Palmer Trinity. I've never been here before, and it's a beautiful place. Lots of room out here. Not a big ballpark, but a big campus. There's a hard hit ground ball over to Caleb. This could be two. He bobbles it, gives it to Kobe, and they get one for sure. So a little trouble getting it out of the glove.
Alex Rizzo.
All right, the right fielder, Alex Rizzo, steps into the box to face Matthew Paez with one out in the bottom of the second in a scoreless game from Palmer Trinity High School. Kevin Prieto hit into a fielder's choice. Caleb Hernandez bobbled the ball. It could have been a double play, and they were able just to get the lead runner. So one out, runner on first for the Falcons. Battle of the Birds here, Firebirds against Falcons. And that one pops out of the glove. Rodriguez chasing it around. Now he fires to second. Not in time. Prieto's going to get in there without a problem. And now the Falcons have a legitimate chance to score here with a runner on second. And a favorable count to the right fielder, Alex Rizzo. Jaden Butler's on deck. He's the DH. I think the wind kind of shifted now a little bit. Now it's kind of going into straightaway center field. Paez looks at Prieto. That could have been a little bit out of the strike zone, but Rizzo took a hack at it, fouled it to the right side. We'll try to get that infield camera up in a minute, maybe in between the next inning. Charging that phone up now. Paez takes a look at Prieto. Nobody's covering him. He comes to the plate. Nice live fastball, but about a foot outside. Very easy take for Alex Rizzo. Falcons could use a quick run here at home to get ahead of the mighty Firebirds. That's a nice pitch. Wow, just missed. That's why I'm not an umpire. I thought that was a strike. So did a lot of Firebirds fans, right? They all agree with me. Paez working from the stretch. Him and Frankie go through the signs. They go again. And now I guess they sent each other a text. They agree to a sign. Nice slider, catches the inside corner for strike 3 looking. And Rizzo goes down on strikes.
Butler.
All right, Butler steps in from the left side. A lot of left-handed batters for the Falcons to face Matthew Paez with 1 runner on second base, 2 outs in the bottom of the second from Palmer Trinity Field. Uncle Muggs coming to you live on FSPN, thanks to our friends over at Dick's House of Sport in Dadeland. Paez takes a look at Prieto on second. Swinging a big swing and a miss by Butler. Leonardo de Baza is on deck for the Palmer Trinity Falcons. So with this timeout, I want to say to please go to our social medias, Florida Sports PN, and follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and all of that. There's a hard hit ball off the glove of Paez. Kobe can't get it. Here comes Prieto, play at the plate, and Prieto's in there. First run.
Prieto scoring for the Falcons.
An RBI single for Jaden Butler. That was a 2-out RBI single for Jaden Butler to give the Falcons the lead. And now it's Leonardo de Baza that takes a first pitch for a called strike against Matthew Paez. You can't fall asleep on Palmer Trinity. They'll come and bite you. It's 1-0. They're at home. And that one's hit well in the gap. Vasquez and Ravello go. That one's off the bottom of the fence. Here comes Butler. They're going to send him. We're going to have a play at the plate. And what was the call there? He was out at the plate? Okay, Uncle Muggs was late on that one. Trinity gets one, they leave one. We head to the top of the third in a 1-0 game. And you're watching FSPN.
2 hits and 1 run. they hit the ball and got out. I don't. What did they? Where did they hit it? I don't know. They didn't strike out, but they hit the ball. Oh, one was a foul pop fly.
All right, we head to the top of the third inning. Caleb Hernandez, or Caleb. One inning I'm going to call him Caleb, but the next inning I'm going to call him Caleb, and that way I get it right half of the time. And that's a hard hit ball, and that gets between the 1-3 hole, the 3-4 hole. There's a play at first from the right fielder, Alex Rizzo. He knows this field well, and he didn't hesitate to come up firing to first base. Caleb with good speed. He got there in time, but with these short fields, and they know about short fields because Doral, you can throw people out at first base from Doral. So Pedro Castillo still on the mound here, top of the third inning, 1-0 in favor of the home team. And here's the red-hot Javen Francois, takes a slider up high from Castillo. Javen starting in right field today, getting a break from behind the plate. Here's the pitch from Castillo. Now the throw down from Miraglia. Not in time. A nice snap throw by Nick Miraglia, who's behind the plate. His brother's at shortstop. Both good golfers. Dad could play too. But shortstop's on Michael. Michael's on the golf team here at Palmer. He could play. We saw him out there a couple times this year. And that's a cool thing to do when you're not playing baseball. Play some golf. You're still hitting something. Runner on first. He throws over. Castillo with a nice move. The Doral Academy Firebirds belong to Class 6A. Oh, another close play at first base. And boy, these Firebirds are busy. They're at Gulliver Prep on the 23rd. That's Monday. On the 26th, they're at home against Slam. And on the 27th, which I believe is next Saturday, they play the Riverview Rams at home, an out-of-town team that's coming into Firebird Field. They have a nice game against San Brendan's, and then they play Douglas later on in the season. And the last game of the season against Beleng should be a good one. Castillo throws over to first base again. There goes Hernandez. The throw from Miraglia gets away from him into center field. Prieto picks it up and gets it in, so Hernandez stays at second.
Mike.
3-1 to my favorite catcher. Oh, I'm going to get some emails for that. Oh, you don't like Mike. You don't like me. I don't care. I like Javen. Always liked him. Start some controversy here. There's a shot to the right side, hit foul. But there's a lot of good catchers in Dade County. I tried to make a list the other day. I had to change the list from the top 10 to the top 11 to the top 18 because people kept saying, hey, you left this guy out. You left him out. I have some grandmother threatening me. I got to look over my shoulder when I'm heading to the parking lot. So I'll put everybody in. Everybody's a great catcher. But my favorite hits one high and deep in left center field. And that one's hit into the Pinecrest atmosphere. Javen Francois gives the Firebirds the lead here in the top of the third inning. A mucho macho man. Wow, what a bomb. That was one of them YMCA home runs. Mucho macho man. I want to be a macho man. Wow, I love home runs. They make for good television.
Number 20, Tyler Rodriguez.
Brings in the third batter who's no joke himself, Tyler Rodriguez. He can play several positions too, and that's hit hard but foul. Wow, it took him one at bat, and Javens Francois figured out Pedro Castillo in a big way. Launched one. There's a hard hit ball to third base off the glove of Leonardo. De Souza throws over to first. That one gets by Martinez. And Tyler Rodriguez is going to stay put right there on first base. So with the runner on, 2-1, nobody out in the top of the third. The Firebird bats are starting to come alive. And Anthony Rodriguez, another big boy. I mean, this guy, I don't want to run into him in a dark alley either. I mean, this guy looks like an MMA fighter or something. Big guy. They make him big nowadays. Santiago Ponte's on deck. Castillo from the stretch. There goes Rodriguez. Miraglias throws right on the money, and they're going to get him by a country mile. Miraglia with a howitzer from behind the plate to gun him down for the first out here in the top of the third inning. Wow, what a throw. What a throw. I should have included him in the good catchers of the list, too. I mean, geez. There's a hard hit ball again to Despas at third. This time he comes up cleanly. Martinez snags it, and there's 2 outs here in the top of the third. Here's another big boy. Lumberjack. He looks like a lumberjack with no batting gloves. You know, it looks like he could go out in the forest and just knock down a tree just by looking at it. And that one's hit high in left field. That's Koya calling for it. He camps out under it, makes the third out. We head to the bottom of the third, but there's been a lead change. 2-1 for Doral. We'll be right back right after this. Welcome back, everyone, to Palmer Trinity Field on the campus of Palmer Trinity High School. Two to one ball game here, bottom of the third. The Palmer Trinity half of the third. And it's the last batter, the ninth batter, Manny Koya. He'll be followed by Michael Miraglia, and then it's David Herrera. Everybody's going to face the hard-throwing right-hander for the Firebirds, Matt Paez. Paez, hard, heavy ball. Gets it to the plate quick. Different eye levels. Counts on his slider. He's got Frankie Rodriguez behind the plate today. Francois taking a break. That one's hard hit. RJ on one hop. Another easy all-city bounce for him. Fires over to Tyler Rodriguez for the first out.
Michael Miraglia.
All right, standing in the box from the left side is the slick fielding shortstop for the Falcons, Michael Miraglia. Rodriguez tried to frame that ball, was outside. Miraglia takes it for ball one. And Miraglia is just like a spark plug. He's like a guy gets on base, big swing there. You know, he'll dive for balls. He's like a spark plug. That's what he is. He's a AC Delco spark plug. Here's Paez's pitch. Slider taken high and away. Count goes to 2-1. Paez from the full windup, kicks and deals, and low one swing right through it. That'll even the count at 2-2 here in the bottom of the third inning in a 2-1 game in favor of the 4-0 Firebirds. That one's lifted to the left side, and if it's going to be foul, far enough from everybody. I wish we had our schedule here. I could tell you where we're going to be on Monday, but I think we're doing the Gulliver game. I think we're doing this Doral at Gulliver. So we're giving you enough of Doral Firebirds for the month of February. That one just misses low. The count goes full. So, yeah, we won't see the Firebirds again until April. So get your Firebird fix now. We've had them 3 times already this year. Swing and hit foul. Next month, it's all Matter Academy. It looks like next month we have like 10 Matter games, including a trip to Vegas, which ought to be a lot of fun. And I don't eat any fries, Humberto, so get ready, buddy. I eat like steaks and lobsters, and I eat oysters. Here's the full count. Swung on and missed. Strike 3 to the shortstop, Miraglia.
David Herrera.
With 2 out and nobody on in the bottom of the third inning, in a 2-1 game in favor of the visiting Doral Firebirds. David Herrera, the second baseman, steps in to face Matthew Paez. Matthew's, you know, I don't want to say he's been cruising. He's given up a couple hits. Actually, a double and a base hit, and there's a strike. Prieto scored a run for the Falcons, but he's been pretty consistent. Hasn't walked anyone. Hasn't hit anyone, and that one's lifted to Francois, and they're going to test him right away. The catcher playing right field, and he makes it look easy. So the Falcons, nothing across the board. We head to the top of the fourth inning, and your score is 2-1 in favor of the Firebirds. You're watching FSPN. You're good, you're good. All right, the former Matter Academy Lion. Robert, mira Robert, mira RJ. RJ steps in to face Castillo here in the top of the fourth in a 2-1 game on a Saturday afternoon from Palmer Trinity School. Here's Castillo's first pitch of the fourth inning, and he still has some good velo. I mean, that was in there. So he hasn't dropped off anything at all from my radar gun eyes. Oh, yeah, he's throwing hard. RJ a little late on that one. Castillo's quickly ahead here in the top of the fourth to the Firebird third baseman, RJ Bencosme. Bencosme. Not an easy name to say. I think it's a Caribbean, maybe a French name. Bencosme. Yeah, but they're not anything close to being French. I think they're more Dominican French. 1 ball, 2 strikes to RJ. That's what we're just going to call him, RJ. But it's really Robert Justin. That's what the RJ's for. Robert Justin Bencosme. 2-2 to Robert Justin. Cool guy, funny guy, good parents. Always get a kick with his father. Today he's dressed as like a leprechaun softball player type of thing. Yeah. Wow, he swung right through that one, boy. I'll tell you, he looked like he was swinging through a cloud. His knees buckled. Nice slider there from Castillo. It's going to bring up Brian Ravello. Ravello's first pitch is taken for a strike. Yeah, there's a look at RJ's dad dressed as a softball leprechaun player. Look at him there. Tell you, Ravello is an all-or-nothing kind of guy. I mean, he swings out of his shoes. And last year he hit a bomb in Doral he hit that one into the science wing. Yeah, skied one. Tall, lanky right-hander. Wow, Castillo finds the bottom of the zone there. Consecutive croquetas for him. And that's 5 for Castillo, and he's kind of settled in. I mean, he had a okay first inning, and he shut him down in order in the second. Gave up a couple runs in the third, and back-to-back strikeouts here in the top of the fourth. And this is Frankie Rodriguez. First pitch, slider low and away. Ball 1. 2 outs in the top of the fourth. 2-1 ball game. Castillo's pitch. Man, and he's finding that bottom part of the zone. Falling off the mound, putting his whole body into it. One and one to the catcher, the Firebird catcher, with Kobe Carrion on deck. And he's been living down there, but that one's just a little bit too low for home plate umpire. The count goes to 2-1. Howard Cuervo and the Falcons. There's a swinging. He couldn't catch up with that one. I think this program finally made a turn in the right way by bringing over Cuervo. Here's Castillo's 1-2. Another slider and a slow grounder over to Tabaza. He's only going to be able to, whoa, he gets right past him. And I'll tell you, Frankie was paying attention. He might have made the turn to go to second, but that's going to be the second error on the third baseman. It's going to bring up the shortstop, Kobe Carrion. And we have a courtesy runner coming in for the catcher. And I believe Mauricio. Yeah. Mauricio Rodriguez comes in to run. He's the courtesy, the runner. Wow, that one smoked down the left field line. If it's fair, it's trouble, and it's just foul.
At the plate right now,
Kobe Carrion turned on one. Yeah, Palmer Trinity Falcons, they belong to Class 2A, District 15, along with Ransom Everglades, Riviera Prep, True North, and Westminster. Very competitive district. There's a slider inside, and he made that adjustment. That slider was starting over the plate and just tailing off the plate, and it was an easy take for these guys, but now he's putting it right underneath their underarms in there and has a lot better command of that pitch here in the top of the fourth. There's a fastball. That one's popped up out to the right side on this beautiful campus here at Palmer Trinity. The Falcons will play at Antonio Rodriguez and the Cavaliers on Tuesday. Cavaliers are 4-1 this year, and that ought to be a good game. Here's a throw over to first, not in time. Rodriguez gets in there. So yeah, if you're in that Coral Gables area, I believe that is a 3:30 start. So you can maybe leave work early. There's another nice slider that Kobe Carrion just got a lace. He just barely hit that one to stay alive. And Castillo looking sharp. I mean, he's looking really good here in the top of the fourth. George Carrion, coach at first base. David Fanshaw's at third base. Of course, he's the Class 3A state champion. Last year's champion with Miami Springs. Now he's over here as an assistant coach for the Firebirds. High pitch out of the strike zone. Castillo gets 3 strikeouts. The Firebirds leave 1, they get none. We head to the bottom of the fourth in a 2-1 game from Palmer Trinity Field, and you're watching FSPN thanks to Dick's House of Sport.
Nicholas Maraglia.
All right, welcome back to Palmer Trinity Field. In the box, Nicholas Maraglia on the mound, just threw a slider for a strike. It's Matt Paez. We have a 2-1 game, a good game here on a Saturday from Palmer Trinity Field. Doral Firebirds, the 4-0 Firebirds, are facing the 3-2 Falcons. In the box is their catcher, batting from the right side, Nicholas Maraglia. And he threw a runner out at second base, and boy, that was a cannon. That one's lifted to center field. Going back on it is Ravello. Hope he doesn't hit my camera. And that one leaves the yard. Ravello goes through the fence.
And that's a home run.
And it's going to be a tie game for Nick Maraglia. Ties it up.
At 2-2 in the bottom of the fourth.
2-2 ball game. Destroyed the fence out there. Hope he's okay. Fourth inning leadoff home run straightaway center for Nicholas Maraglia, and that ties it up here. We got a broken fence just a few feet away from the FSPN camera. All right, Martinez up to the bat now. Up in the box, up in the bat. Got a golf cart heading out there. Checking out the fence that Ravello knocked over. Well, that was a quick fix. No Home Depot trips. Maintenance crew got out there in a quick minute. And this will give us an opportunity to talk about my boy. Well, no, we don't. Now we're back to live action. Apologize for that. Here's the pitch from Paez. Slider. Martinez swings and it pops out of the glove of Rodriguez. RJ playing even with the bag at third base. Carry on way back there. So is Caleb at second base. He's in over on the grass. Tyler's playing normal depth. And Francois Ravello and Anthony Velasquez make up the outfield. Here's the pitch from Paez. Swung on it, missed. Low and away. Leadoff home run tied it here in the bottom of the fourth inning for the Falcons. These aren't the pushover Falcons, puppy. These guys are. There's a hard hit ball. Nice catch right at Caleb for the first out of the fourth inning. The left-handed batting Kevin Prieto steps in. He scored the first run for the Falcons. Takes a pitch outside from the starter, Firebirds right-hander Matt Paez. And Paez hasn't lost much velo either. I mean, he's pumping him in there just like Castillo. So we got ourselves a good game, good defense, couple home runs, some nice pitching. That one a little low and away. Prieto went fishing for that one and didn't catch anything. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to the Falcons center fielder. That one's hit hard. Kobe gets it on 2 hops. Fires across just in time. A nice arm from Kobe. Shoots it over to Tyler Rodriguez for the second out of the inning. The right-handed hitting Alex Rizzo steps in to face Matt Paez. Swings at the first pitch, fouls it off. 2-2 game. Bottom of the fourth on a Saturday. Now, if you tell me, hey, we're going to go to a 17-1 game on a Saturday, I'm going to tell you, no, I'm not going. But a 2-2 game? Oh, man, I'm here every day. Doral and Palmer Trinity, a battle of the birds. Even though I've never seen a Firebird. Swing and a miss, Alex Rizzo. I'm sure there are a few out there, maybe in Brazil or Australia or something, you might find a Firebird. I know the Pontiac made a Firebird, nice car back in the 70s, Trans Am. And I didn't see many Firebirds around Dade County. Don't know where they got that mascot logo from, but Carlos knows what he's doing over there in Doral. 1-2 the count here to the 6th batter, Alex Rizzo. Swing and a miss and a strikeout to end the inning. But the Falcons get 1 to tie it. We head to the top of the 5th in a 2-2 game, and you're watching FSPN. Thanks to Dick's House of Sport.
For the Firebirds,
leading off the top of the 5th inning. I think this is the inning to call him Caleb, because last inning we called him Caleb, but now we're going to call him Caleb. That way we're right half of the time. Oh, here's the pitch, and Castillo has gotten better as the game has gotten along. He has 6 strikeouts. This is his 5th inning of work. It's a 2-2 game, and you could ask nothing more from your starting pitcher to take you deep into the game, collect some strikeouts, and have a lot of control. He's hit only 1 batter, hasn't walked any. Well, he walked 1, my bad. 6 strikeouts and a couple of hits, one of those being a bye. And that one's hit high and deep to the same. Watch out with the guy with the golf cart. And they hit the golf cart. They hit the golf cart.
And that's a home run for Caleb Hernandez.
Hernandez
Giving
leads.
the Firebirds a lead 3-2 in the top of the 5th.
He leads it off with a bomb. And you know that's going to go into the Sacamela segment. It's where we put all the home runs of the week together in one video and, you know, put that one on the pile. That's going to be a good one. And here's a guy who hit a home run back in the 3rd inning, Javen Francois.
Javen Francois.
So 3-2, top of the 5th. Still a good game. I mean, except for that golf cart. The golf cart got nailed right in the top of it. And that must be a popular place. Well, they tell you, you know, swing up the middle, hit everything hard up the middle. And that's what these guys are doing. I mean, it's early in the season. These hitters are dialed in. And they're teeing off. I mean, they're putting things right up the middle, right where you're supposed to. All right. Castillo maybe get a little upset there. Spiked that one at 50 feet. Francois 2 for 2, a base hit in the 1st, a home run in the 3rd. And here we are in the 5th in a 3-0 count. Wow, Castillo's a bulldog. He just came right after him, 3-0. He just said, here it is. Hit it. He gets a sign from Miraglia from the full windup. Here's the kick. He deals a slider that's downright nasty. Put Francois down on one knee. What bite, what tilt, what a spin rate on that ball. Now the count's full. Let's see if he can come all the way back. Here's Castillo's pitch. That one's hit right over the De Casa's head over at 3rd base for a clean base hit. 3 for 3 day for Javen Francois on 2 strikes on a good pitch. I'll tell you, that was low and inside. He stayed back on it. Now the Firebirds will have a runner on with nobody out in a 3-2 game. And here comes pitching coach to talk to Castillo. After a brief mound visit from Coach Ralph, Steve, Jose, Mike, Carlos, and he's going to leave him in there. I think it's Jose Padron, yeah. It's definitely not Chris, and it's not Howard. So whoever's left on there, now he's having a discussion with all 3 of the umpires. And that's going to give us an opportunity real quick to talk to you about our sponsor, Dick's House of Sport, located in Dayland, a full all-in-one immersive destination, because it's not only a store. This is like Disney World. They have rock climbing. They have all the hitting bays and all the virtual stuff for you to try out. You can learn. They have clinics. I know David Espinoza was in there the other day teaching some batting. And now we have Tyler Rodriguez in the box for the Firebirds to face Castillo, who just misses with another nice slider. Francois on first base. He's gone 3 for 3 today, including a home run. And Rodriguez yet to get on base. He struck out in the first. Well, he got on by an error, so he got on base. Hard throw over to first from Castillo. He's got a nice move. He's got a couple moves. I think that was his B move. That wasn't his best move, and still it was a good move. Anthony Velasquez, the MMA fighters on deck. Wow, good velo on Castillo. Rodriguez just couldn't catch up with that. Swung under it. Fanshaw going through some signs. And Javen runs very, very well. And I'm not going to say for a catcher, because catchers nowadays can run. They're not the old Thurman Munson, Yogi Berra catchers. Steve Yeager, kind of my school, old school catchers. Remember Stosha and those guys, they could never run. Johnny Bench, I think, stole 2 bases. But nowadays, I mean, ever since Benito Santiago and Tony Pena and those skinny catchers now, catchers can run. There's a snap throw from Miraglia. It gets away from Martinez in first base. And there goes Javen into second base for a free base. Good hard throw, but it was on the foul side of first base from Miraglia, and it got away from Martinez. And a runner in scoring position for the third batter, the first baseman, Tyler Rodriguez. Herrera holding him on at second. Here's the pitch from Castillo, slider, and it's hit hard. What a play, backhanded by DeBaza. Goes across the diamond. He pulls Martinez off. Tyler's going to be safe. Francois is going to run into third base. A nice grab, but couldn't finish with the throw. It was low, hard, up the line, and that's just a tough play for Martinez.
Coming to play for the Firebirds, number 40, Anthony Velasquez.
We have a pinch runner. It's number 23 for the.
Number 23, Fabian Olivares will pinch run.
It's going to be
Firebirds.
Olivares. I believe he's the sophomore. Wearing a nice number. Man, a rough day over there, and it doesn't look too rough, but Leo DeBasa has 3 errors at first base, but he just made a really nice play. The fourth batter squaring off the bunt. I'll tell you, head coach Suarez, I think it's Fanshaw, the one that runs the offense, but he's holding nothing back here in a 3-2 ball game, making his fourth batter square and bunt. One strike, runners in the corners. Nobody out here in the top of the fifth. Another throw to first. Ooh, that was close. Martinez is a lefty. So he has his glove on the runner side of first base. On those snap throws from Castillo, he can easily sweep tag him, and that's helping it make it a lot closer. Wow, Castillo nails another one. And that one got stuck in the fence. Shook the FSPN camera there a little bit, but nothing can phase that camera. The camera's bulletproof. I dare you to hit it. Just don't hit the one in center field. That's the big money one. Castillo with a throw over to first. Not in time. Francois gets there. DeBaza catches it. I think is this Pinecrest? We're still in Pinecrest, or is this Palmetto Bay? Santiago Ponte is on deck for the Firebirds. There's a throw over to first now. Now Castillo's thrown as many pitches to the bases as he's done to Anthony Velasquez. Thrown 2 pitches to Velasquez, 2 times to the bases. High slider. Easy take for Velasquez. Count goes to Maybe 2-1. I think it's 2-1. Base hit here will get the Firebirds a run. Nice low slider for a croqueta. And that is number 7 for Castillo.
Santiago Ponte.
7 croqueticas given out by Pedro Castillo. And the good ones, the casera, the ones like they do over there at Isla Canaria, the good croquetas. That's Santiago. He ate one in the first inning, then he flied out to left field. He's 0-2. I'll tell you, Castillo's a true competitor. He's a dog up there. He's still throwing hard. He's still challenging hitters. And that's what you want out of your starter. Real competitive, Oral Hershiser kind of bulldog attitude. Here's the 0-1. Ooh, and that didn't miss. I tell you, I'm glad I'm not an umpire because half of the fans would love me and the other half would hate me, but I thought that was a strike. Instead, it's 2-0 to Santiago Ponte. In the disbelief, Firebird fans. And that's a hard hit ball down the line. One run is going to score. Ponte puts one in the corner. He rounds first. The pinch runner is going to hold up, and they're going to be safe at second base. An RBI double.
The Firebirds making it 4-2. Stepping to the plate, number 11, Robert.
Wow, that was hit on a rope.
Ben Cosme.
That'll bring in RJ. It'll bring up RJ with runners on second and third. And what's now a 4-2 game. In the top of the 5th. Ben Cosme from the right side. Olivares, the courtesy runner on third base. Another courtesy runner on second for Ponte. RJ squares the bunt. He puts one down the right side. Martinez picks it up, throws over to first where Herrera dropped it. He dropped him. He dropped the glove. One run's going to score. Another run is going to score.
That brings in 2 more for the Firebirds, making it 6-2.
6-2 in favor of the Firebirds. A nice bunt. Looked like Martinez cut Castillo off, and it was a low throw to Herrera. Herrera got his glove knocked off. The ball scooted up into right field.
Rodriguez.
That's going to bring up, that's it for Castillo. And he didn't pitch bad. Let's give him a hand because he's a true competitor. He's a bulldog on the mound. He went after batters, and he gave you a chance to win, and that's what you need from your starter. We'll be right back. Edgar Arroyo
Rizzo Rodriguez is the batter.
comes in to face Rodriguez, who came in the game to pinch run, and now he's going to bat. Fabrizio Rodriguez for the Firebirds. Edgardo Arroyo, right-hander, a junior on the mound. And you can't close the book on Castillo yet because the runner on first base, R.J. Bencosme, belongs to him. There's a hard hit ball right over the shortstop. Cut off by Prieto. Nice cutoff out there. R.J.'s got to stop on second base. And the Firebirds have only one out here in the top of the fifth inning, and they've already scored 3 runs. 6-2 the ball game here. Solid base hit by Rodriguez, who came in for Ravello. And this is Frankie Rodriguez, the catcher. And nice slider.
At the plate for the Firebirds.
Looked a lot like Castillo's slider, just not as hard. Arroyo, right-hander. That one's hit into the right side deep. 1 hop, 2 hops all the way to the fence. Frankie's going to scoot into second base. Here's the throw. He's going to be safe. RJ's going to score from second base. Rodriguez goes into third. And the Firebirds bats have come alive. 7-2.
Making the score 7-2. Coming to the plate, Kobe Carrion, number 7.
Carrion steps in, and, you know, I've been called Nostradamus before, but I smell a big hit here. And I wouldn't be surprised if Carrion goes yard. And I'm sorry for all you Palmer Trinity fans, but, you know, when I get one of these feelings, you know, 9 times out of 100, I'm right. Corners are coming in. Howard Cuervo brings the Falcons. Whole infield's in now. Trying to cut off a run. They've had enough. They're trying to cut off a run at home plate. It's 7-2. This game was once led by the Falcons in the second inning. Kobe squares the bunt, so that takes away the whole home run thing that I was predicting. Arroyo's pitch is down low, taken for a strike. So runners on second and third, the infield in. Kobe puts one down right in front. Miraglia picks it up, and he's going to tag Rodriguez, but it pops out of his glove as he was tagging him. Here comes another run. We're going to have a play at the plate. And there's a hard throw into second base to get Kobe, and Kobe's going to be safe. 2 more runs make it 9-2. So a bunt for Carrion. A couple errant throws, a bad tag. Oh, it wasn't a bad tag. The ball just popped out of his mitt. And now head coach is coming in to talk to the home plate umpire. So the runner for Frankie Rodriguez came in to score as well. And the leadoff batter, Caleb. This is the inning that we call him Caleb Hernandez, the second baseman, the sophomore sensation. One of the best, what are they, 2028 if they're sophomores? 2028s? In the country. I don't mean the county. I didn't say county. I said country. Country. The whole Estados Unidos, United States. One of the best 2028 prospects there is. They also have a off-the-chart 2029 in Luis Prieto. We haven't seen him today, but Louis can launch the ball, and talked to his father earlier today. The umpire's having a little powwow here. I wonder what's going on. I hope the bat tar is not, the pine tar is not up the bat like it was last night. That was a crazy game, and if you haven't seen it yet, I urge you to go on YouTube and check out our archive games. And here's a look at the handheld cam.
All runs stay as standing, 9-2. Coming up to bat, Number 15, Caleb Hernandez.
All right, you heard it from Manny, the PA announcer here at Palmer Trinity. Everything stays the same after a little discussion. And that ball had popped out of Miraglia's mitt as Rodriguez was coming by him, and it squirted out. That might have been what they were talking about. But here's Caleb to face Arroyo. Arroyo throws one in the dirt. Miraglia with a nice pickup. And there's one out in the top of the fifth in a 9-2 game. Doral on top. The undefeated Firebirds. They play Gulliver day after tomorrow. Arroyo takes a look at Kobe. Herrera there close to the bag. Now he kicks and deals, and there's a slider right in front of Miraglia. He hoses one over to third, but not in time. He had trouble finding that one. Made a nice block just to keep it in front of him. Kobe's over at third with one out for the leadoff batter, Caleb Hernandez. Here's Arroyo's pitch. Fastball inside, nice velocity. 3-0 the count to the leadoff batter. He's already scored 2 runs today. There's a home run, a base hit, and a walk. That one's fouled to the right side. Hopefully it won't hit a peacock. Uncle Mug's going to take a break tomorrow. 6 consecutive days of baseball. The week before we had 6 games in 5 days. I had a doubleheader on Tuesday. We had Doral and American Heritage, and then we had Matter at Southwest on the same day. And yes, I have a real job. This is my part-time. So yeah, Uncle Mug's burning it at both ends here. Nice pitch by Arroyo. Count goes full to the leadoff batter. We're going to film inside the park later today or tomorrow morning. I think tomorrow morning we're going to have a guest host. I'll give you a sneak peek on who it is. It's Florida Christian's own J.C. Leon. That one's in the dirt, an easy take for Hernandez as he makes his way down to first base, and it'll bring up Javen Francois, the second batter, who has a 2-run homer to his name and a base hit, 2 hits, and a home run.
13, Javen Francois.
Let's see if Francois stays perfect. One of the best catchers in the county, in the state, and in the country. High fastball, just missed it. Well, it popped up. Here comes Dabaza. He's backing up on it. Miraglia's there, and it falls between them both. In this day of communication and texting and emails, they could have talked to each other, or send an instant message or something. I got it, you got it, nobody's got it. New life for Francois. He can make it a perfect day with a base hit here. 3 for 3 already. Tyler Rodriguez in the hole or on deck. Arroyo's pitch in low. Nice block by Nick Miraglia behind the plate. Possibly saved a run. Kobe with good speed at third base. Caleb's at first. Javen styling the Franklin batting gloves that match the red uniforms. I like that look. Easy take there for him. This could be the year for the Firebirds. They got to get past their rivals at St. Thomas Aquinas Raiders in regionals. Of course, they got to take care of their district, which has Braddock and South Ridge in it. Another nice block by Miraglia. So if they do get out of their district like they did last year, they're going to have to face a stacked St. Thomas Aquinas team led by their head coach, Joey Wardlow, my boy from Key West. Runners in the corners for the Firebirds. Arroyo on the mound for the Falcons. Swung on and missed. Count goes to 3-2 to the Firebird right fielder, usually the catcher. He's getting a break from crouching down today. He's playing right field because you can't sit a good bat down. You got to get him in the lineup somewhere. Easy take, and the base. Oh, no. Rung up looking. All right, that's going to bring up Tyler Rodriguez. Francois goes 3 for 4. And if I'm the umpire, I'd run to my car. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We're all friends here. We love the Blues. You know we love the Blues. I always have love for the Blues, especially Alec and who's the other one I like? Rudy. That's the other umpire. Rudy's good people. First and third with 2 out now. Tyler pops one over the right side. Martinez is asking for it. Here comes Arroyo, but Martinez screams louder, and he gets it. The Firebirds, they're going to leave 2, but they're going to get a bunch. I think they got 7. It's 9-2. We head to the bottom of the 5th. All right, welcome back to Palmer Trinity Field. Uncle Muggs bringing you high school baseball for FSPN. Thanks to our sponsors, Dick's House of Sport. And we're at a beautiful ballpark here in Palmetto Bay. Matt Paez on the mound. He's been the starter. And he is facing the 7th, 8th, and 9th batters for the Falcons in Jaden Butler, Leonardo de Baza, and Manny Coya. And I tell you, Matt Paez hasn't been a big strikeout guy. He has 3 strikeouts. He's only faced 15 batters. That one just outside. The count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike on the DH for Howard Cuervo's Falcons. Swung on and fouled back. And now that we have an opportunity, I want to thank Howard Cuervo, Chris, and the entire athletic department here at Palmer Trinity for allowing us to come out here today on a Saturday and experience this beautiful campus, beautiful field, and a tremendous school, Palmer Trinity. Here's the 2-2 from Paez. In the dirt to the leadoff batter in the bottom of the 5th. And these Falcons are going to need base runners. 9-2. Easy take, and there's what the doctor ordered. If you're going to get a comeback, you're going to start it off with a leadoff batter. All right, coming into bat for Jaden Butler It's Curson Cooper. And Cooper is only an 8th grader. Here's something you don't see every day, an 8th grader taking the mound against a senior. He puts a bat on the ball, and he lifts that one to right field. Francois camped out under it, and I don't think that's Francois anymore. I'm not sure who that is in right field right now for the Firebirds, but it's not Javen.
Hey, we got to get.
Rodriguez came in to play right field. Javen's in center field. Anthony Velasquez is still in left field. And the first pitch to Manny Koya is a strike. Runner on first, 9-2 game. Nice slider inside. And I'll tell you one thing about this home plate umpire. He's been consistent on that inside pitch, especially that slider. He's called it the same way for both teams. And that's all you can ask for in a good home plate umpire. We got one here today. The 0-2. That one's lifted to right field. Tailing to the right. Maybe some room now. Tailing back in, and that one goes off of the glove. It's not Tyler over there anymore. I got to pull up the roster. And a new first baseman. I need another phone. If anybody wants to donate a phone. Yeah, that's Chris Amador over there. Chris Amador is the first baseman, defensive change here for the Firebirds. Take me a few games to figure out who's who. There's a nice pitch, low and away. Took me a few games to call last year. I was calling Dylan Price, until his dad called me and says, hey, listen, it's Prince. All right, it's Prince. All right, Matt tried to reach back there a little bit too hard. Paez left that one up a little high. And he was busy on the travel scene this summer as well. I saw him at an airport in Hoover, Alabama, and we talked about golf. He's a big-time golfer. Swing and a miss from Koya, the left fielder for Palmer Trinity. On deck is Michael Miraglia. And I'm told that Manny Koya is the quarterback for the varsity. If he might be the quarterback, corner or quarter. Quarter, throws. He's throwing balls. All right. Swing and a miss. And he goes down on strike. Manny, don't give me any misleading information, okay? Later on, I say something wrong, I get sued, and you know how it is. All right, here's one of my favorite Falcons, Michael Miraglia, shortstop. Quickly hits one foul down the side, right side. Quickly one strike to Miraglia. We're in the bottom of the fifth, sorry folks. 2 outs as Miraglia steps in to face Paez. And I do not see anybody warming up on the Firebird sidelines there. Swing and a miss. No need to if Paez is going to continue to throw strikes like that. Walk the leadoff batter. Butler. Wait. All right, the Falcons have runners on first and second base. I don't know by what magic trick Miraglia got to first base, but he's standing there now with 2 outs. The batter in the box is David Herrera. We're in the top of the 5th. Matt Paez is still on the mound for the Firebirds. He was their starter. Started this game at 2 o'clock. It's 3:45. The wind is starting to blow out a little bit more. There's one inside, hit on the ground over there to Chris Amador, the new first baseman, who scoops it up. The Falcons are going to leave 2. They get none. We head to the top of the 6th inning with your score 9-2 in favor of the Firebirds, and you're watching FSPN. Thanks to Dick's House of Sport. All right, some defensive changes for the Falcons. Pay attention, there's a lot of them. Alex Rizzo is now the pitcher. Manny Coya came from left field to play right field for Rizzo. And Tom Barcinas is in left field for the Falcons. The batter is Anthony Velasquez. Barcinas, Tommy Barcinas, the left fielder, number 6 for the Falcons, playing left field. Prieto still in center. Fernandez, Herrera, Miraglia.
On the mound for the Falcons, number 13, Alex Rizzo.
They really did a twist. So Herrera's playing third base, and there's a big hopper. Miraglia with a nice play, a low one. Martinez can't come up with it. Anthony's going to stay on first base. So Kirsten Cooper came in and played second base now. Herrera went over to play third for DeBasa.
Number 8, Jesus Barona.
No, this is Santiago Ponte.
Correction. When he moved his arm.
Hard hit ball. That one goes off the shoes of Rizzo in between third, and they're going to come out here and check him because, I mean, that caught a lot of the Nikes, but maybe it caught a little bit of ankle or something like that. They're going to see if he's all right.
That hit for Doral was number 3, Santiago Ponte.
Velasquez on second base. He got on by way of an error. Santiago got on base by way of a Nike. And this is R.J. Bencosme, who struck out. He scored a run on a nice bunt when he got on base. Nice slider.
Up for the Firebirds, number 11, Robert Cosme.
Hey, one thing consistent about these Falcon pitchers, they all have tight, hard sliders. This is not a loopy, one of those. And a nice live fastball there for a strike. Who was that old guy? Bert Hooten. Happy Hooten. He would lob it over, take him 10 minutes just to get the pitch to home plate. But not these Falcon pitchers. They throw a hard slider. There it is right there. First strike, about belt high. And Fanshaw's telling RJ to get closer to the plate. Okay, that thing's breaking on you. And it's got some movement. It's got some tilt on it. Ravello's on deck. No, Ravello's not on deck. Rodriguez is on deck. Fouled straight back. I tell you, those FSPN cameras, I know Fox has some good cameras, so does CBS, but man, we're right up there with them, We are just, it's Fox, CBS, NBC, and then maybe Telemundo, and then us. We're in there. FSPN, baby. Hey, if you don't toot your own horn, ain't nobody going to toot it for you. Nice pitch, inside jam. Herrera, who's playing third now, comes over to Martinez to get that out. Runners are going to advance. Rodriguez is going to step in to hit for Ravello.
Number 9, Mauricio Rodriguez.
So Tyler's on third. Ponte is on second. Rizzo from the stretch, kicks and deals. And I don't know if that was that slider, but that was a heck of a good pitch. Mauricio Rodriguez. Call him Mouty. That way you don't have to say the whole word. Swing and a miss by Mouty. Because Rizio is just too hard to say after the Mouty. So we're trying to save letters, trying to economize here. So we're going to call him Mouty Rodriguez. Frankie Rodriguez is on deck. 2 on, 1 out. Just outside. Nice stop by Miraglia. And he's been doing that all day. Third base coach David Fanshaw asking Rodriguez just to punch it, shorten the swing a little bit. Just put the barrel on the ball. And he swings through that low cheese from Rizzo. Some queso frito. Now there's 2 outs. Top of the 6th. 9-2. The catcher Rodriguez is in the box.
Number 28, Francisco Rodriguez.
Alex Rizzo is the 4th pitcher used by head coach Howard Cuervo for the Falcons. The starter was Pedro Castillo. Sorry, third pitcher. There's a hard hit ball just fouled to the right side past first base coach George Carrion. So Castillo was the starter for the Falcons, and he was very effective. 7 strikeouts. I know it doesn't look like it on the scoreboard, but I like the way Castillo came out and just had a bulldog mentality and came after these Firebird pitchers. Here's Rizzo with a hard inside slider, almost catches a piece of Rodriguez. Senior shortstop, the captain of the Firebirds on deck, Kobe Carrion. Nine to 2. That one's out of the strike zone and swung late. That one one may have landed in the bay. Not too far from the water here in South Miami, south of South Miami. Rizzo gets his sign from Miraglia, and it's a hard slider. And he's fallen in that same groove that Castillo did in the first inning. He's leaving that slider outside of the right-handed batters, and it's making it an easy take for them. He's got to start that off just a little bit inside of home plate. There's hit hard down the line, but a foul ball. Tell you, Frankie's really making that ball travel. He's letting it come in really close and relying on quick hands to get the barrel on there. He's found a couple off to the right side. Rizzo with good velo. He kicks and deals. That one in the dirt, gets away from Miraglia. Here comes Rodriguez. Here's Tyler scoring run number 10 on a wild pitch.
Run scores for the Firebirds.
Sorry, that was Anthony.
Stepping to the plate, number 7, Kobe, carry on.
Kobe steps in, 10-2 game with runners in the corners. Top of the 6th inning. We'll see if the starter for the Firebirds comes back out, Matthew Paez. Oh, and he took that one right on the left nalga. He's going to make his way to first base. And Nalga's, FCC's not going to bother you about that. You could say Nalga. Nalga is a clean word, right? You just can't say something else. But you could say Nalga all day long because that's where it hit him. And I call him just like I see him, right? I want to describe that to our audience. Hit him right in the buttocks. So base is full of Firebirds, 10-2. And that one's fouled off right at the plate. And Hernandez has had an awesome day today. Walked, homered, base hit, scored twice. He's done everything but valet parking. The pride of Puerto Rico. And Rizzo's having none of that. I don't care who you are. Here's a fastball over the outside, and you can't hit it. Quickly 0-2 with 2 outs, top of the 6th, 10-2 ball game from Palmer Trinity. Could have called that one. Base is full of Firebirds. Easy take for Caleb. This inning, he's Caleb. And I'll tell you, Miraglia's earned his keep back there. Nick Miraglia, man, he's been a workhorse back there behind. He's been stopping balls. Hit a home run. He's done it all for these. There's a hard hit ball right at Herrera, who comes in to play third base for the final out. The Firebirds are going to leave 3. They get 1. It's 10-2. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning from Palmer Trinity. You're watching FSPN thanks to our friends over at Dick's House of Sport. We'll be right back. As we begin the bottom of the 6th inning, we'd like to welcome you back. Thank you for watching, everybody. Thank you for subscribing. Please follow us on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and all those social medias. We have a new arm for the Firebirds. His name is Adrian Cuesta, tall, lanky right-hander. He's facing the workhorse for the Firebirds, Nicholas Miraglia. Martinez is on deck. There's a hard hit ball to center field with Javen Francois going back on it. Makes a nice leaping catch. Wow, what a catch by Javen in center field to rob a home run. Not a home run, but maybe a double.
Joshua Martinez.
That's going to bring up the left-handed batting first baseman for the Falcons, Joshua Martinez, to face Adrian Cuesta. And talking to Josh Martinez before the game, super nice kid, very respectful. Wanted to know what happened at the game last night. The big game, Douglas against Columbus. That one's low and away for Cuesta. 2-0 to Martinez. What a wild game. And I don't think Stoneman Douglas wanted to show all their cards to Columbus so early in the season. They didn't throw Gio Rojas, their ace. They're probably going to hold on to him for a regional matchup that it's either going to happen with Columbus or West Broward, in my opinion. There's a hard hit ball, Martinez, and that one's going back. There goes Francois. He's got a beat on it. And I'll tell you, that kid could catch. He could do anything he wants. He could play any position.
Number 10, Kevin Prieto.
Kevin Prieto steps into the box for the Firebirds to face Adam Cuesta here in the bottom of the 6th in a 10-2 game from Palmer Trinity. Cuesta takes the first one, a slider for a strike. And Cuesta's grounded to the shortstop, and he scored a run in the first inning. I believe he got a base hit. Easy take, high and away. Frankie Rodriguez still behind the plate for the Firebirds. And it's Amador, Caleb Hernandez, Kobe, and Ben Cosme, the rest of the infield. There's a hard hit one, foul for the Firebirds. Anthony Velasquez, Javen Francois, and Mauri Rodriguez make up the outfield here in the bottom of the 6th with 2 outs, 2-line drive outs to Francois in center field. Nice tilt on that slider. Boy, that looked like it fell off the table. 3 up, 3 down for the Falcons. We head to the top of the 7th, and you're watching FSPN thanks to Dick's House of Sport. Thanks for watching, everybody. Starting off the top of the 7th inning from Palmer Trinity, it's Uncle Muggs bringing you some high school baseball thanks to our friends over at Dick's House of Sport right here on FSPN.
Javon Francois.
And it's going to bring up my favorite catcher. That's right, I said it. Javon Francois, my favorite catcher. I'm sorry, Chubbs and Mikey Sanchez. I love you guys, but I got to pick one. This is my guy. Evan Paul, love all you guys. Love Johnny Q over at LaSalle. Huicho, saw him last night over at the Columbus game. John Chency's another good catcher. I heard about that kid Lapare. They call him the Wall over at Ferguson. The Wall. So a lot of good catchers in the county, but this one here is my favorite. Javon Francois to face Rizzo. Ooh, that's a little high, but called a strike. To Javon Francois. Had a bunch of homers last year. I think he had something like 5 or 6. In a team where everybody hit home runs. Gabo, Dylan Prince. Whoa, that one's behind him. A lot of home runs were hit. Nunez hit a couple. George Pardo had a couple. Brian Ravello hit one. Brian Mesa hit a couple. And Javon was in the mix. I mean, he was one of those guys. Brought it to the table last year. And that's why they were in the regional finals against St. Thomas. Here's the pitch from Rizzo. Swung on, and that's off of the umpire, off of Miraglia. He shakes his head a little bit. And I don't think that was a Mike Tyson punch, but it was more like a Sugar Ray Leonard kind of little jab he got him there. Marvin Hagler would have knocked him out. Yeah, remember him? 2-2 to the center fielder now for the Firebirds. Started off in right field. Usually he's behind the plate. Face Alex Rizzo. There's one that, oh boy. That must have been really inside because he's been consistent with that pitch all day, and I thought he was going to ring him up. The count goes full. There's the strikeout. You know, they say baseball evens out. Everything evens out. He started off red hot, went 3 for 3 his first 3 at-bats, and now the last 2 he struck out.
Number 34, Christopher Amador.
And here's Amador, who came in to play first base. Another big boy. I don't know where Ralph gets all these big kids from, man. I mean, he sends them to like a MMA school or something. They all look like a bunch of, street brawlers. Look at this guy. Look at the legs on this guy. 1 out, top of the 7th, 10-2. Uncle Muggs from Palmer Trinity. Rizzo goes 1-1 on the right-handed hitting Chris Amador. Nice pitch. 2 bounces to Kobe. Comes up firing all the way across. I'm sorry, that was Miraglia. Goes across to Martinez. Got my shortstops confused there. Here's another big guy. Look at this guy. Look at
40, Anthony Velasquez.
This guy looks like a redwood from California. Look at this. Kids are 17 years old. They're like 6'3" already. The Publix bill must be like $300 for the poor parents, 2 shopping carts full. And that one's hit to the left side of 5-6 hole. Clean base hit for Anthony Rodriguez. Yeah, and they keep getting bigger. This guy.
For the Firebirds, number 3, Santiago Ponte.
Santiago Ponte. God knows what the Pontes spend on Publix every. You guys better be going to Aldi. You guys better be going to Aldi because at Publix, it's double. He's got 3 of them. There's 3 of them there. And Papa Ponte is not small either, but I'm sure he can put down a couple arepas here and there with some tequeños. And Ponte almost took off Arroyo's shoe in the previous inning with a line drive. Santiago has 2 hits on the day, a double and a base hit. He scored a run. He also struck out and flied out. So 5th time up to bat. Busy Saturday for all of the Firebird hitters. That one smacked into the gap. Going back on it is Prieto. It gets in front of Barcinas, who's out there in left field. And that's going to be a clean base hit. Third one of the day for Santiago Ponte.
Number 11, Robert Ben-Cosme.
Anthony Velasquez makes it all the way to third base. Ponte is on first. There's 2 outs. Top of the 7th. And now Fanshawe wants a word with Ben Cosme. And I know probably what he's going to tell him. He said, listen, you flied out, you struck out, you bunted, and you grounded out. How about a base hit right here? How about a base hit, RJ? The former Mater Academy Lion, now a Firebird. His brother is Alfred Rosario. He's still alive. He's still with us. That one's fouled straight back. Alfred Rosario led the county in strikeouts last year, and he was a key part of pitching and two-way player. He played some good defense, good base running for the Class 5A champions, the Mater Academy Lions, and they got themselves a ring thanks to this guy's brother, Alfred Rosario, one of the nastiest doggy dogs there is out there. He's up at Barry now. I think it's Barry. He's pitching for Barry University. Check swing, and they say he went around. And that's a strikeout. So the Firebirds are going to leave 2. They get none. We head to the bottom half, the home half of the 7th. It's 10-2 in favor of the Redbirds. And you're watching FSPN thanks to our friends over at Dick's House of Sport. All right, some changes, especially on the mound for Doral. We have a new pitcher. Oops. Oh. All right, Chris with the late walk-up song. You're going to get me thrown out of YouTube, Chris. All right, we have a new pitcher for Doral, and he's a hard-throwing right-hander. His name is Chris Roque, and another big guy. Chris, no es ningún flaco, está fuerte, caballero. This guy's pumped up. Looks like a bodybuilder up there on the mound. I don't know where Suarez keeps getting these monsters from. But he's facing Alex Rizzo in the bottom of the 7th. Rizzo can't catch up with that one. Fouled into the glove of Frankie Rodriguez. Rizzo with 2 strikeouts already today. This is 3rd at bat, bottom of the 7th. Roque from the full wind-up, and he throws some gasolina. I mean, that's got to be high 80s. Anybody have a radar gun? That's high 80s. That's 88, 89 all day long. That one's a little high and tight. Easy take for Rizzo when it almost hits you in the chest. Hasn't been that many croquetas today. Palmer Trinity has only struck out 5 times as a team. Roque's pitch in the dirt. I think he's just holding on to it a little bit too long. The count goes full to the leadoff batter for the Falcons here in the bottom of the 7th. Kirsten Cooper is on deck, and he'll be followed by Leo De Baza or a pinch hitter. We'll have to wait and see. I think it's Tommy Barcinas. Swing and a miss, and a big strikeout there for the new pitcher, Chris Roque. In the box, the new left fielder for the Falcons, Tommy Barcinas, steps in from the right side to face Chris Roque. There he is, good-looking right-hander. Tell you, he's got a factory over there. Ralph Suarez and the whole crew over there. They have like 17 coaches. They got Dominguez, George. There's a hard hit ball to deep left center field. And you can in-sync that one and say bye, 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 because Tommy Barcinas has just left the yard.
For Tommy Barcinas. That makes the score 10 for the Firebirds, 3.
Wow. What a shot. What a shot by Tommy Barcinas, and somebody's GoPro just went flying. I'm glad it wasn't mine. Knocked the GoPro right off the mount. Tommy Barcinas launched one to like East Kendall. Well, that was a bomb. I think he caught a changeup. He must have been sitting on a changeup from Roque. Roque didn't like that at all. He comes back and strikes out Cooper. 2 strikeouts and a home run. It's going to bring up Manny Koya or a pinch hitter. Rizicki comes up. It's Cooper Rizicki.
Yeah, they call me Mr. Saturday.
And Rizicki's another big guy. I think that home run got Roque upset because he's been nothing but strikes after that. Quick worker, gets his sign from Frankie behind the plate, and he pumps one in. There's a hard bouncer to RJ, comes across to Amador, and that's going to end it, folks. Thanks for joining us. I want to thank Manny, Chris, everybody here at Palmer Trinity, especially head coach Howard Cuervo for having us out here. I want to thank Ralph Suarez, Carry On. Thank you, folks. And thank you, Manny, Uncle Mug, saying so long. And we'll see you Monday inside the park. Thanks for joining us, everybody.